Okay, boys and girls, I really hope you enjoyed your weekend. Welcome to week 2 of e-learning. I know the first week was tough for all of us with all the problems on PowerSchool and us just not knowing how to use PowerSchool. And I think that by the end of the week, we were finally starting to get it. So I'm hoping this week will be a lot smoother. You might have already watched the language arts and the math videos. You might have heard a very familiar voice. Miss C, our student teacher, is starting to help us make videos as well. So that way you can hear my voice and her voice throughout the next couple of weeks. And you and Miss C will also be having conversations in the YouTube videos. So when you hear her voice, drop some comments in her video and give her a shout out. All right, so for social studies for this week, we actually have very easy assignments. So make sure you're on class pages, make sure you're on social studies, click on the social studies grade 3 through 5, and make sure now we're on week 2. So click week 2. It's going to bring you to your assignments this week, so click on the blue hyperlink. You're going to be focusing on a story called An American Hero. So have that story open. Some of you might want to print it out at home, or you might just want to save it onto your desktop, or you just always click on it and open it when you're doing your social studies. So this is the story that we're going to be reading in social studies all week long. As always, I'll read it aloud to you. Make sure you read it at home, and you can answer some of the questions that I might ask you. All right, so for your assignments, you'll see that it's all in one document. I have broken it down for you just so you don't do all of them at once. Please don't do all of them at once. Give yourself a break. You don't want to be, up all day long doing these assignments. Just a quick, easy assignment today for social studies. So click on day 1 through 5. It's going to pop up eventually. Yep, right here. And you're going to see that your assignments are right here in front of you. If there's a yellow line up here, just click the button. Remember, today is day 1, Monday. So all you have to do is day 1, okay? You don't need to jump ahead of yourself and do day 2. You don't have to do day 3. You could do that on the days that you're supposed to. So today, all we're doing is reading that story and answering only 5 questions. And it's multiple choice. You just have to circle the right answer. That's so super, super easy. This whole thing should take you only about 10 minutes after you read it and then answer the questions. You'll see on Tuesday, day 2, then you'll see on day 3. If you notice on day 3, it tells you the 5-finger retelling activity to use the graphic organizer. If you notice on your PowerSchool, the graphic organizer is this one. That's not until Wednesday. So we're not going to click on the third one, this graphic organizer, until Wednesday. So for today, all you need is the story right here and day 1 of the question. So don't open the graphic organizer. So I'm going to get ahead of myself and I'm going to read the story to you, and then we'll go over the questions for day 1 only. So the story is called An American Hero. All right, so remember, as always, I will probably ask questions throughout this video, so please pay attention, and if you know the answer, write a comment below. So after you read this, you might want to visit scholastic.com/SN3 and you'll watch the video all about what you just read. So if you have time, do it. It's very interesting. In 1943, an American woman named Virginia Day Albert Lake was living in France. It was a dangerous time to be there. A war called World War II was going on. Germany had taken over several countries in Europe, including much of France. Virginia was terrified of the invaders, but she beat back her fear. She went on a secret mission to save lives. So again, let's stop there. Who is the main character in the story? Where is she living? And what do you think the word invaders mean? Virginia was terrified of the invaders. What are invaders? Drop a comment below. Pilots in danger. During the World War, Britain, America, and other nations teamed up. They fought to stop the Germans and free France. They were known as the Allies. Sometimes the Allies sent planes to France. They would bomb spots where the Germans were making weapons or gathering troops. The Germans shot at the planes and hit some of them. The airmen often had a parachute on the ground. They would land in the enemy territory. Okay, let's stop there. As you can see, we see bold letters again. When we see the bold letters, that means those are critical vocabulary words. Using the context clues, using the sentences with the word in the sentence, tell me, what is an airman? What are airmen? And what is a territory? Drop a comment below. One day, Virginia learned a secret. People had set up a system to help Allied airmen get to safety. It was called the Comet Line. Virginia and her husband signed up to help the men escape. We're up here. Saving lives. The couple hid airmen in their home. They showed the men how to blend in and not draw the attention of the Germans. Then they helped the airmen sneak out of France. But the couple had to be careful. If the Germans caught them, they could be killed. Virginia and her husband saved 66 airmen. Then something awful happened. While guiding an airman to safety, Virginia was caught by Germans. She had a list of Comet Line helpers in her purse. She swallowed it to keep the Germans from seeing it. Wow, that's pretty brave of her. Finding freedom. The Germans sent Virginia to a prison camp. She struggled to stay alive. Then, in May 1945, she learned that the Allies had achieved victory. The war in Europe was over. She was free. Virginia later received many medals for her work. She was a true hero who risked her life to save others. Wow, that's really brave of her. What does the word victory mean? Drop a comment below and tell me what the word victory means. Now, at the end, she earned a medal. That's a medal she won for all of her work. Legion of Honor Medal. That's what she received after the war. How nice. This is a picture of Virginia. Virginia moved from Florida to France, and that's where she was. This is a picture of German soldiers marching through Paris, France. Here's the map of France, just in case you don't know where it is. And obviously, we are in the United States, and France is over here. Here's just some facts where Virginia was caught. She was caught over here, but this is where she had lived. Throughout the video, I asked you what certain words mean. Maybe that could help you. If you landed in enemy territory, American airmen didn't want to stand out and get captured. Comet Line helpers suggested ways they could blend in. So if you remember, Virginia helped airmen blend in so no one could find out that they were airmen. And these were some of the things that she taught them. She taught them to wear a hat a certain way. If you wore it a certain way, they knew that you were French and not someone else. So they were called a beret. Wear a beret the right way. Putting on this French hat at the wrong angle could give you away. So if you wore the hat the wrong way, they would know that you were not French and that you were an enemy, and they would capture you. Watch how you eat. Europeans didn't switch forks and knives from one hand to the other while eating. So if you ate the wrong way, they knew you weren't French and they would capture you. Keep hands out of your pockets. Europeans didn't jangle their change or keys as they walked. So Europeans, the French, never put their hands in their pocket. So if you put your hands in your pocket, they would know that you were an enemy and they would capture you. All right, so this is what we just read. Drop comments below if you can answer my questions. Now we're going to go back to the assignment for week 1. For day 1, I'm sorry. For day 1, all you're doing is answering the 5 multiple choice questions. As you can see, it has all the other days, so I'm going to make it easier for you. I put it on one document right here. That way you don't accidentally do the other ones, because I want you guys to enjoy your day. I don't want you to spend all day working on your assignments. So just do this one assignment. So here are the questions. Please be sure if you're using this document to put your name on the top, because as you can see, you can write in it. Or you could print it out and circle it and then send me a picture, however you want to do. Or you can write everything in your LAL notebook and then send it to me. All right, so all the notes and answers should be placed on a Word document, which is this right here. Don't forget to put your name on the top. All right, let's see. Here is day 1, Monday, March 22nd, 2020. Answer the questions below. Part A. According to an American hero, Comet Line members, what? They fought in World War II. Did they invade France? Did they help Allied airmen? Or did they use parachutes? If you don't know the answer, simply go back to the story and find the answer. Remember, if they're talking about the comet, if they're talking about, let me go back. If they're talking about the Comet Line helpers, find where it says or talks about the Comet Line helpers, and it will help you. It will give you the answer right there. So please make sure you do that. The next question, part B, which detail best supports the answer to number 1? So once you find the right answer, which one goes along with the part A? I always get pop-ups. Let's get out of here. Okay, so part 2, question 2 goes along with question 1. So make sure they relate to each other. Question 3, after the Allies achieved victory, what happened? Did Virginia date Albert Lake? Was she sent to prison camp? Did she move to Germany? Did the Comet Line form, or did she receive medals for her work? This is after they achieved the victory. According to the sidebar, if you landed in enemy territory, blending in was important for. So the sidebar means right here. See where it says landed in enemy territory? Read that and then this. So according to the sidebar, if you land in enemy territory, blending in was important for what? Why was it good to blend in? To make money, to get Germans' attention, to avoid being captured, or to make weapons. And last but not least, the last question is, according to the map, Virginia lived. Where did Virginia live? And it's in red. You're going to see, where did she live? Did she live in France's capital city, north of Great Britain, closer to Italy than Belgium, or in the Chardon? Read it and look around. Read it and look around it, okay? And that's it. That's all you have to do for this assignment. Bye.